Hello there, Saber fans. Shamim here. This is my review of the brand new MPP 2.0 lightsaber hilt from Korbanth. He sent this to me to install for his personal collection, and I'm also going to do a review of the hilt for those of you who may have one of these on order, or for those of you who are thinking about ordering one, the pros and the cons of this particular hilt. So similar to the Graflex 2.0 kit, the MPP 2.0 kit allows you to make the A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back version of the Darth Vader lightsaber. It comes with different parts so that you can arrange it and assemble it in whichever configuration you choose. This particular one, as Randy requested, is built in Empire Strikes Back configuration. It's missing the wires. I didn't install those. Those weren't included in the kit. But Randy, if you want me to install those, let me know, and I can go and I can source some wires either from Wanawanga or somewhere else and install those for you before I ship. But anyway, internally it's running a Nano Biscotti V3 soundboard. There's a 2-watt high bass speaker. The LED is a tri-Cree XPE2 red white for a nice red blade with white flash on clash. The switch is located up here in the bulb release. This black button here is the switch, which means that your clamp is decorative. You can see right in there, you can see my finger going through there. So there's nothing going on in the clamp. There's a V6 speaker mount chassis from Custom Saber Shop. It fits perfectly inside, almost like your MHS. So it slides in. There's a little lip right where the threading at the pommel ends. So the chassis just sits right there. The pommel screws on. There's maybe like 2 millimeters of extra space in between the pommel and the bottom of the hilt. So maybe if you want to sand a little bit of the pommel itself down so that it sits flush, but otherwise it's sitting perfectly and there's nothing rattling inside. So it was a very clean chassis solution that I ended up doing. Let's take a look at the hilt. This knob here, along with this set screw here, both of these, are holding the shroud in place. So your blade retention screw is right here. It used to be one of these screws like that, but I ended up drilling this guy through and installing an 832 set screw. So this serves as blade retention. The hilt itself is really nice. It has a great weight to it. It's similar in size to Master Replicas and Hasbro's, but it has just a little bit more of an authentic feel to it. I'm really quite happy with this hilt. And I'm not a huge fan of the Darth Vader design from Episode 4 and 5. Darth Vader 6 is more my jam. So I'm looking forward to doing the DV6 install, that Korbanth hilt from Return of the Jedi. But I'm actually very happy with how this turned out. The install was super easy to do. It's much easier than the Graflex 2.0 install, even though it's sort of a similar thing. Very, very simple. I'm quite happy with the design of this. So if any of you have this on order, rest assured that it's a good quality hilt, and it'll be an easy install. Let's see, any gripes? The one gripe that I have is the bubble strip card is super loose. Like, the clamp is tightened as much as physically possible, and the card will still slide in and out, even when the clamp lever is tightened. So what I ended up doing is putting several layers of double-sided tape underneath the bubble strip card, and that sort of helps to hold it in place. But even so, you know, a little bit of pressure and the sticky tape, it isn't enough to hold it. So I may think about gluing it or doing some other kind of solution. So that's my one big gripe. The pommel design is quite nice. This hole in the middle is just an indent. It's not actually a hole. So if you want more sound, you may want to drill that out. But otherwise, it's quite loud as it is. The D-ring, let's see, does it move? Yes, the D-ring moves. And all the other pieces are quite nice. This coil here is actually a roll of spring coil. Like, as I was taking it apart, all of a sudden it bounced out, and I'm like, whoa, what was that? I thought it was just like plastic or something, as it is in some of the Master Replicas and Hasbro sabers, but it's actually a ring of coil. So that was a really cool little detail. Yeah, let's get her fired up.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you're not a Jedi yet.
This is MPP HD, a wonderful sound font by Juan Sith. Incredibly loud, crisp sound. It's a 2-watt high bass speaker, and then the resonance in this hilt is phenomenal. I'm really, really happy with it. One interesting thing that I realized, check this out. There's a little bit of shine through here. The top layer of, I don't know what these are, but these little windows here, they shine through a little bit of the light. That's possibly because, I don't know if that's supposed to happen or not. Like, I mounted my LED as far down as I could to give maximum blade socket depth so that it's a really tight and sturdy blade. But if you don't want the light to shine through, you can mount your LED a little bit higher so that it's above the windows, because right now my LED is below the windows. I don't have a blade plug installed. I have some blade plugs on order from KR Sabers in the UK. He has accurate blade plugs for the Graflex. Of course, I've been using those, but he's made blade plugs now for the MPP as well as the DV6. So your 2 Darth Vader lightsabers, go check out his blade plugs. I'll put links below. Is there anything else I want to talk about the hilt before I put a blade in? The other font is Dark Meat with custom Vader breathing sound. Super deep. I love the Dark Meat sound font, and I think it goes well with the Darth Vader. Is your white flash on clash? Okay, let's put a blade in. So it slides in all the way. Tighten your blade retention screw. Lovely red color. It's a little bit on the orange side. If you want a little bit more of a deep red, you could go for a deep red Luxen or tri-Cree. Or if you want to sort of go for a medium red, you could do 1 red and 1 deep red. I think that might be the way to go on the MPP. But a lovely white flash on clash. Great sensitivity with this particular chassis. There's no erratic swings, but it's very sensitive. So that is partially due to the configuration, partially due to where the soundboard is placed in the chassis, and it's also just really, really well balanced, this hilt. So I'm extremely pleased with it. Let's switch to the other font.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Like the Graflex 2.0 kit, the grips have a little nub at the bottom, and then there are holes around the bottom of the grips. So it's very easy to align them. You just take off the sticky adhesive, and then you put the nubs inside the hole and then line it up, and there you go. Let me quick show the chassis and how easy it is to work. Just gotta loosen this a bit more. There we go. To access your chip. I'm gonna put my hand there so as not to accidentally turn it on and blind you guys. So unscrew the pommel, of course. There you have your bass speaker. So it's 28mm. On the K4, the Obi-Wan hilt that I reviewed recently, the inner diameter is 7/8 inch. But on here, it's 7/8 inch up here in the main blade. So it's a 7/8 inch blade socket and LED heatsink. But the bottom part is just like the Graflex 2.0. It's a little bit larger than the MHS 1.25. So your MHS holder will work perfectly. There's your soundboard with all the wiring. There's your battery. It's removable. I opted for a removable battery on this one just for kicks and giggles, trying a couple different things out. So there's no internal recharge port. You just pop out the battery and when you're ready to go. So you can sort of access it from in here with your finger. Just pop it out. And then plug this in and charge it, and when you're ready, make sure you get it right. There's a plus and minus here.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
Let's screw it back in.
You're not a Jedi yet.
No rattling. Ready to go. So there you have it, guys. MPP 2.0 from Korbanth. I love it. It's a fantastic product from top to bottom. I don't know how screen accurate it is because I'm not as learned with the MPP and the Highland as I am with the Graflex. But just from my experience, like some of these screws are, instead of slotted screws, they're hex screws. One of the biggest differences is that the letters are missing. You know, there are stamped letters, the E and the S and the B and whatever other the letters are from the original prop. So those are not stamped onto this hilt. And you may notice also that the emitter is not correct. There should be a lip that goes all the way around here, similar to what you have here. This lip should go all the way around. Randy has already addressed this, and the China shop is redoing those emitters. But Randy wanted to send this to me as is so that I could do the install and do the review, and then I'll send it to him, and when the corrected emitters come, then he can just swap those out. It's very easy to do. In fact, let me just do that here. Oh, I can't. I've tightened this too much, and I don't have a... Let's see. Can I do it with this? Anyway, so you just unscrew this, and then you unscrew this, and then you slide it off. It's not that big a deal, but I tightened this, you know, with my rubber gloves, so it's very tight in here now. I can't get it out. Anywho, great hilt. It unscrews right here in the middle. This clamp can slide up and slide down, so then you can align it however you want and then tighten. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It's a great product. I'm very happy with it. Thank you to Korbanth for distributing this great piece of work, and may the Force be with you.